From my home to yours, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Let me tell you something, my friend. 2021 is going to be a lot better. It's going to be a lot better. May God bless you. May God bless you today. If you got a few moments, I'd love to share an encouraging word with you. We all need some encouragement. I'm turning to a brand new book of mine today. It's called God Will Help You. God Will Help You. It comes out today. Don't we need that reminder? Don't we need that reminder? If you need that reminder, you're in the right place. If this isn't a day for you to hang around, please leave your prayer requests in the comments, and a team of us will make sure to pray for you. We do that faithfully, and we would love to pray for you. For those of you who do need this reminder that God will help you, I've got a good story. Story about a guy in the Louisville Cardinal Marching Band. You can't miss him. Can't miss him. Everyone else is college age. He's middle-aged. Everyone else wears a band uniform. He wears a windbreaker and a wool cap. Everyone else plays an instrument, but Patrick John Hughes Sr. pushes a wheelchair, and the wheelchair contains his son, Patrick Henry Hughes Jr., a blind, disabled musical genius. Young Patrick was born on March the 10th, 1988. In the moment he entered the world, good news became bad news. Doctors quickly discovered that his arms and his legs, they wouldn't straighten. And his eyes, he didn't have any. The older Patrick was shell-shocked. He had dreamed of raising a son. He had planned to turn his backyard into a baseball diamond, a baseball field. He had envisioned happy hours of running bases and catching pop flies. But now, his son later wrote these words. On the day I was born, you might say I arrived carrying a bag of lemons. I think my family would have preferred oranges. But you can't turn lemons into oranges, no matter how hard you try. Mom and Dad taught me. They taught me. You have to hang in there. And once you do, you discover that lemons are pretty cool. Patrick's parents hung in there all right. The father noticed that he could calm his infant son by placing him on the top of a piano and playing it. The music connected. By 9 months, young Patrick was tapping the keys. At the age of 2, he was playing requests. In elementary school, he played concerts. In high school, he was all-state band and chorus. He graduated with a 3.0 GPA. And by the time he arrived at the University of Louisville, his piano and trumpet skills were well known. The band director invited him to join, of all things, the marching band. Wheelchair in a halftime show? How could this be? Well, they rigged a special wheelchair with bigger, wider wheels. The teenager and the dad gave it a go at summer band camp. 12-hour days of ducking tubas and dashing to the right spot without wiping out the entire wind section. It was a challenge. He hasn't done me yet, grinned the boy. And it appears he never will. For years, every school day, the father pushed his son to class and sat near him during the class, during the lectures, and he whispered any lessons written on the board, just so his son would not miss them. And then, while the rest of the family went to bed, the father left to go to work. the graveyard shift. And he would get home at 6 a.m., sleep a few hours, and start it all over again. But this father never complained. We still say, "Why us?" he wrote. But now it's, "Why us? How'd we get to be so lucky?" Now, if their story sounds familiar, it should. It should. Friend, that's you and me in the wheelchair. That's you and me struggling with our limitations. That's you and me in the dark, unable to take a step into the future. Yet that force we feel, that guiding hand, that's our Father, God behind us. He shoves, He pulls, He guides, and He turns. And He can spin us on a dime. He's been known to pop a wheelie or two. But He'll never dump us. Our Father leads us with a sure hand. Fear not, I am with you, He said. Be not dismayed, for I am your God, and I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. That's from the book of Isaiah, chapter 41, in verse 10. Maybe a good theme verse for 2021. Do you got some concerns about tomorrow? Listen, God doesn't. God doesn't. And He's here to help you. Are you weary from the struggle? God isn't. And He's here to help you. Does anxiety steal your sleep? Well, God has comfort. And He is here to help you. He will help you no matter the challenge, no matter the question. By God's grace, you can face it because He's up to the task. And He will help you. All the best to you, my friend.